Welcome aboard everyone, Simon here from the Whales of Wall Street. A very quick update here on Polkadot. That's DOT on the exchange, one of our favourite bags here at the Whales of Wall Street. An absolutely phenomenal blockchain, an incredible project across multiple areas as well, with Polka markets and all these great things that they're doing. So do make sure that you keep an eye out for their developments as we go along. We do cover them as much as possible. There haven't been too many gigantic updates since the last video, so that's why we've left out the usual intro piece. We're going to go straight into the chart, and hopefully we can analyze a bit here as to what the next moves might be. I think in general, from looking at the chart right now, I think we're getting a very good stable perspective here. I've just drawn a few areas of interest historically in the last month or so. And the reason I've drawn them in is just to emphasize this kind of area, this line here that we've got in the fib retracement at around 25.32, a really key important area, because we've had so much activity around here in terms of resistance and potential support areas. And throughout that time, we've tried to push up. We kept getting rejected here. I was a little concerned when I saw this attempt fail. To try and break this sort of 37.59. Again, historically, it's a really important area in my opinion. We rejected that. We got over here and it kind of rejected within 48 hours. We dipped back down. We tried to jump up again. We did draw this previous area of interest as well, 32.22. It's kind of proven what we did, the analysis. I think we drew these lines in quite a few weeks ago, and it's critical here. That's a similar story, but what I didn't like to see was that we couldn't quite get up to these levels again. But of course you have to anticipate that over this time we have one or two big Bitcoin reductions, enough so to penetrate a sort of rejection in the market in general across the board. So we do have to kind of take that into consideration. But what I have seen, there's a positive aspect, is that we've had this stepping stone downwards, not a complete drop instantly and staying down here. We've done it gradually, but here we are again. We're seeing this potential support line being confirmed around 25.45, and now we're seeing this little upward trend. Now I'm not saying that it's going to go straight up to here in a nice little run. We're still in a selling mode, arguably, in terms of volume, and the MACD is still in a bearish momentum. However, if we zoom in really closely here, you can start very slowly seeing that this is narrowing slightly just in the last 24 hours. So I'm really intrigued to see that over the next few days, in my opinion, we might start seeing a wave tail off on Polkadot. Not to say that it will go down any further. I mean, it might do if we get another potential drop down to this bounce. To test the lower support level, because we have had this good big rise here with not too many major corrections, as it were, to lower regions for support. But I like this because in my mind it's sort of suggesting that because of the historic data of this year in general, this is almost becoming its true value, and I think we might have had confirmation of that a couple of days ago. So it's really interesting in my opinion. But I want to see the selling volume reduce more than this, so that we start seeing a bit more of a reduction to around here, and then start this little switch over hopefully into a pale green. I think we're maybe a week and a half off of that still, but I do anticipate strong momentum towards the end of October and into November, hopefully with that big run that everyone's anticipating towards December. And I think that might get triggered over the next few weeks for sure. But we need to see how we develop over the next couple of days. I'm hoping that we can pull ourselves back up to this sort of 32.07 area that we drew in previously, get some support there so that we can start really testing this 37 again and get that touch point over as we did on the 14th, 15th of September, that level. If we can maintain some support mechanism around that area, say maybe the mid to the third week of October, I think that we could start be pushing that all-time high again around the end of October and into November, trying to find that new price discovery. And it's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, there's been a lot of different kind of price point predictions and things. This fib retracement suggesting potentially at least over that 150 mark. Let us know in the comments below what your price prediction is for Polkadot. I think it's achievable, to be honest. Let's just quickly take a look at that to see if you think this is realistic or not. So from this current point in time, for argument's sake, let's just say drag this up all the way here. Let's say we do get to around that 150 mark, 434% growth from now to then. I think that's achievable, personally. But I want to see us first of all get these ticked off before we go loopy. But like I said, let us know in the comments below what you think. Could this be over $100 by the end of the bull run? Really interested to know your opinion, and we'll put some of the price predictions here on the next Polkadot video. And we're doing a competition for most of the assets now that whoever's closest and most accurate, we will be giving away ledgers to those winners. So looking forward to doing that. I think it'll be a bit of fun, a bit of competitiveness within our own investments. So at the moment, the RSI is 47.42, so it's still in the relative lower spectrum. I would have said maybe a few days ago was a really good buying point when it was around that sort of 35, 36 mark. We could potentially come back down to that level. As I said, I was a bit concerned about this kind of decline trend here, and even here in the low points, but we'll have to see. But yeah, this is what I want to see over the next week and a half, maybe up to 2 weeks, the transition occurring for the MACD to switch over, this to go into a green momentum, and hopefully, like I said, I'm anticipating maybe around my birthday, actually, that is 15th of October. Hopefully maybe just around that period or into the third week of October, we start seeing us push well beyond that 37 mark, and hopefully pushing the all-time high into November. I feel like I'm doing a weather forecast or something. The winds will come from the east and we will push it above. Year to date, 209% up, 8%, 14% down weekly and monthly respectively. But I think we're on almost on a switchover mode, guys. I think we're nearly there to push Polkadot back up to where it should be. Guys, let us know what you think of Polkadot in the comments below and your price predictions. Hope you found this informative. We'll see you in the next one. That's a wrap. Bye bye.